For the last little while, I've been observing this whole notion of pause. When do we pause? When could we pause? When do we not pause? And I've been giving it a lot of thought. This is Mary from Wealth with Passion. And I'd love to share with you some thoughts, memories if you like, about response and reaction. And at any given time in our lives, we've always got the option to have a reaction or a response. And you might say, well, I don't have a choice. But I actually believe that you do. So sometimes when people say things to us, the knee-jerk thing is to come out with that reaction, full on. When in fact, I think sometimes if we just paused, I personally just put my hand on my chest and pause. And yes, I've been practicing this for a while. I think it's a really good, tool to have in your tool bag. Because you don't want to be having reactions. If you're reacting to people, you're always in that reactive mode, you're on the back foot. What happens with that is that you clash with people and it doesn't end well. Quite often it just does not end well. So I was sitting here, this is my home office that you can see. It's very hot and very bright today, so I've pulled my curtains. This is actually my windows out to my garden, which is rather lovely. However, if I opened those, it would be too bright for you. So I thought I would just share with you. This is my home office again. And let's think about the pause. What can you do to create a pause in your life so that you can take responsibility for how you react or whether you respond? Now, when you react, just like I said, it's like hitting heads, if you like, head-butting each other. That's what happens, isn't it? And then quite often the relationship's damaged. You've got to spend time fixing it. You've got to sit down with each other and try and figure out a way forward. But sometimes the trust is already broken, never to be resurfaced or replaced. Whereas think about how powerful the response is. If you can pause, and like I said, I just take my hand, I put it on my chest, and that gives me a bit of a hint. It's time just to pause before I answer. And it's worked well for me for many years. And a response is good because it's also timely, it's also thoughtful. And if you have a response, it tends to open up the conversation to other things. Whereas reaction, it closes things down. And like I say, quite often in that reactionary mode, you damage relationships, never to be taken up again. So I really like this pause notion, if you like. I love it, actually. I don't just like it, I love it. And my years of mentoring people, counseling people, all of that from my psychotherapy years and more recently in my mentoring times, this is one of my strategies that I teach to all my clients. So they can go out in their life, their businesses. I particularly think it's good for businesses, for people that are in leadership roles, especially when you've got people that are working for you or with you that are learning, that may make mistakes or have more lessons in one day than you do. And the lessons are what carve out who we are, that shape our futures. So that's why if you're in a leadership role, it's really super, super cool for you to learn to respond, to keep the conversation open. So think about this. A reaction, it's a reactive thing. You're on the back foot. You come out all guns blazing. You quite often destroy the relationship. The other person comes out, they're confronting as well, and it goes nowhere because everyone's heightened emotions, blah, 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 like that. Whereas a response is way more thoughtful, carefully responded to, is way better than overreaction to. So here's your opportunity. If ever you find yourself in a conflictual situation, have some awareness. Just put your hand up, put it on your chest. This is a great way actually to get your body to actually give a message to your brain that tells you time to react or respond. And in that moment, should you choose to respond, and most of you will when you know that you can, because it's good to differentiate between reaction and response. So you respond. And it's thoughtful. It's feedback given thoughtfully. And it keeps the relationship open. It keeps the communication open. You're more likely to move forward in conflictual times if you can have a response rather than reaction. So that's my little personal development tip for today. If you're enjoying my videos, please subscribe and also give me some comments below. I'd love to hear from you if you're reacting or whether you're responding. I want to know about it. And also give me some ideas of other videos you'd like to hear so that I can be of service to you. This is Mary Scott from Wealth with Passion. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye.